Have you ever looked around and noticed all the amazing colors of the world? Well, I'm Lauren, your colorful adventure guide, and we are going to dive into the world of colors. Let's learn something about what is possibly the world's first red paint. We have to go back a long time ago to when Earth was just a baby at 4.5 billion years old. A bunch of gas and dust started to clump together and rocks hit Earth and melted. There was all sorts of fantastic cosmic commotion. And guess what? As Earth started taking shape, something incredible happened. It collected bits and pieces from all that stuff. And that's where our color story begins. A thin crust formed on Earth that contained the residue from all that different stuff. And that residue was filled with minerals, including the natural mineral pigment used to make the first red paint. It's called ochre. It's actually a clay colored by something called hematite. And hematite is a mineral that is made of iron and oxygen. You know what happens when you leave metal out in the rain, right? It gets all rusty and orangey red, just like how ochre got its color. Now here's the cool part. You can find ochre almost anywhere in the world. Go on a treasure hunt in your backyard and look at your soil and rocks. Two of my favorite ochre spots are the magical Painted Hills in eastern Oregon and the colorful Roussillon in France. Ochre is the world's most common pigment, and it's hidden all over the planet. But wait, the adventure doesn't stop there. We've got to time travel. Imagine 300,000 years ago in Kenya, our ancient friends Homo erectus were already using ochre to express their creativity. And guess what? Our ancestors, Homo sapiens, were artists too. They left clues in a South African cave 100,000 years ago where an abalone shell held ochre like an artist's palette. Imagine them mixing colors for their creations. Fast forward to 40,000 years ago in Indonesia, where we find our very first red ochre artwork. It's a pig in a cave. Over in Argentina, they were using blowpipes to shoot ochre at their hands to create silhouetted handprints. And in France, the Great Hall of the Bulls at Lascaux came to life with red ochre and charcoal, where people painted stunning images of animals on the cave walls. Now here's a real magic trick. To create this ancient paint, someone had to find ochre, grind it into a powder, mix it with a special liquid like water, saliva, or urine, and ta-da! Red paint was born. But guess what? Ochre isn't just red. It's like a chameleon that can turn into red, brown, yellow, and even violet. But red is the most common. Ochre would be used to make pottery, tattoos, and other types of paintings over thousands of years. Zooming forward to the 17th century, closer to our time, the famous artist Johannes Vermeer used ochre to paint red bricks in his masterpiece, The Little Street. By then, artists were mixing ochre with fancy stuff like linseed oil, though. Even today, the magic of ochre lives on. You don't need to grind it yourself anymore. You can find it in handy tubes at your local art store. And the next time you spot a red brick building in your neighborhood, remember, it's the legacy of ochre. That's it for today, my fellow color explorers. Stay tuned for more color adventures.